Alright guys, got the truck nosed in. About to get to this job. Intake pipe, block off plate, coolant hose. About to get rid of this EGR. Alright, let's get some of this going and see what it's working with up here. As you can tell, it's mostly stock. I have to do a PCV reroute after this too. The only thing I really got done to this truck right now is the edge. Need to clean it up and do a PCV reroute. You can tell that it's a little dirty in there. All right, let's get to it. Get all this stock stuff off. A little bit of time later, got a bunch of stuff off. Just basically take the intake tube off here, that stuff off. There's your EGR cooler and all that. So what we're gonna do is pull this pipe, take the clamp off, pull all the connectors, take all the connectors off, take this power off, make sure you tape up this power lead because it does have battery voltage. And then, it's kind of hard, but down in there's a couple bolts. Let's get this intake off. We'll come back to it. All right, got it tore down a little bit more. Got the intake off. It's not too bad. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6, you kind of see in there. There'll be 6 bolts and nuts. Actually, 4 of them are nuts and 2 of them are bolts. They're all 12 millimeter. And then down here, there's this little sneaky bracket on the intake. It's another 12 mil. Don't forget about that one. I swiveled this a little bit just to give me a little bit of room for this to slide out. Unbolted the clean air, the PCV. I need to do a reroute on that still, but I don't know if y'all can tell. Let me get the flashlight. Look down in there a little bit more. Oh man. Stock intake's no better. This is why I replace them. They get nasty. All right, now we gotta take the EGR out, the cooler and all that stuff. So, we got a few bolts. There's a hose right down in there that we don't need. I'm definitely gonna cut it. Getting the clamps down in there is gonna be miserable. Take that one off and the one off the end, and unbolt the exhaust, and we'll have this EGR cooler out. Let's get to it. It's kind of hard to see. Get the light. There you go. Look at that. Freaking nasty, dude. And then my intake is pretty gummed up. All right, as you can see, Got the EGR cooler out. There's the exhaust back there. It's time to get the clamp on there. Get all this cleaned up. Like I said, that hose right there, I recommend just cutting it and then getting it off afterwards, because if you don't cut that, it is a pain to get to that clamp. All right, let's get it going. Plus, I'm gonna be cleaning that out and getting that all nice and cleaned up a little bit. Suck all that out. All right, coolant hose, block off plate in, bolts down. Make sure you get that all bolted down. If you don't bolt all those down, that Y pipe will probably crack after a little bit of use. And make sure you get the clamps on the hoses. Up in there. All the way back so we don't have a coolant leak. Let's get this intake in there and get it all put back together. That cleaned up a little bit. Let's go. All right, man. That looks really nice. Nice and clean. Got some of the wires tucked around. Just gotta find a good place for them to get tucked down in there. Put them together. And put that back on. Put the intake back on. Other than that, that's a little bit of a weird clamp because it's a little too small up here. It'll make it work. Fully back together. About ready to fire her up. Almost looks factory. Just this little pipe in there. Should sound a lot better. It's nice and open back in there. All right, let's start her up. Get my keys. All right, now I do have an edge that I'm gonna set up. Right now I have it on clear on startup. So let's go back to this. Retrieve DTCs. Clear on power up. Let's turn that off. See, she's cold. Glow plug light go off. Let her warm up and we'll go from there. See you guys in a little bit. We're gonna take a test drive with her and listen to her. Running really good. I don't hear any like weird noises. All right, all stock. Looking. Got her all back together. And my edge all hooked up. Drove her around for a little while. As you can see. Definitely happy about that intake temperature and no check engine light. That's all I got in store for you for this one. So y'all could please like, comment, subscribe.